Hey guys, Babs with Listen to Your Inner You. I'm wishing you happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you're celebrating. I hope you're having a great time. And I just wanted to check in and a little bit of a reminder about how we react to others because we get that all the time, every day, right? Someone does something or says something or something happens and we get upset, and that is normal. You're allowed to react. Even when you're manifesting something or someone, you are always allowed, and you should react. You really should react. What we're trying to avoid is come up with simple or silly stories that after something happens that you're making something up, because that's what usually happens. Is something happens and we assume it means something. Something happens, it is just a pushed out, right? It's just a reflection. It has no meaning unless you give it a meaning. And we tend to give things meanings when they happen because they make us upset or happy. So when they make us happy, we make a good assumption and that makes us happy. Or something happens and we react to it, right? It's a happy emotion. And then we maybe make up a story about why that happened and what it meant. That's great because that's a positive story. But we tend to do that with negative stories a lot. So when we react, try to catch those stories that you make up after your reaction. That is the extra thing that we're trying to get rid of. But it helps when you go back to your subconscious programming, because that is the basis of all of your manifesting. When you change your core beliefs, not only do you feel better and actually love yourself more, which makes you feel better, it is easier to be happier, it is easier to forgive, it is easier to trust. All of those things are actually choices, but those choices are influenced also by our programming, because the more positive programming we have in place, the easier it is to react positively and to create or manifest more positive things. That's why I always say go back to the core beliefs. A lot of my clients, I say, hey, I'm teaching you the core beliefs and I'm teaching you how to manifest. They're very, very, very similar in how to work through them. But choose which one you want to do, because I want you to give pretty much 100% to either one. And a lot of my clients start with a manifestation because it's usually about an SP that they come to me, right? And that's okay. We're drawn to these people for a reason, to actually become a better person and attract more good things, in my opinion. But after a couple of weeks, all of my clients have said, Babs, I did the manifesting part, but you know what? I just went back and I'm doing the core beliefs. I'm just doing me right now. Because at some point in time, you probably will realize that the manifestation itself doesn't make you happy. That is pretty much codependency on things happening around you to make you happy. But what does make you happy and helps create more happiness in your life is actually getting your core beliefs and other important beliefs in place. That's why I always say at this point, I always pick working on my beliefs over any manifestation, because guess what? When I have more positive core beliefs and other beliefs in place, manifesting is so much easier. It is so much faster. It is so much less painful. And it comes in so much easier. And altogether, it is more fun. And life is so much more enjoyable. That's why a lot of beliefs, I call them side beliefs, because they're just caused by core beliefs. We have a couple of core beliefs in place. I don't know how many. I have found a handful or two handfuls. I have a list of it. I believe the video is called Beliefs I Teach. Maybe a list of beliefs I teach, I don't remember. But I always start everyone with I'm worth it. Next one, I'm good enough. And then I'm worthy, I'm deserving, more than enough. And then there's a bunch of other side beliefs. Because when you get the core beliefs straight and then you fix all the side beliefs, or fix, right? You're not broken. When you change all the side beliefs that were caused by those core beliefs, then eventually you start pushing out more and more positive stories, because again, stories are caused by beliefs, and core beliefs can override other beliefs over time. They tend to push up more and more negatively. If this is a limiting belief, I haven't been able to change it. It is something I have observed not only in myself but others, is that the longer a negative belief is in place, the more it tends to push out negatively over time. And the same goes for a positive belief. When we have a positive belief in place, we start pushing it out a lot more often than the negative version of it. And again, with the law of polar opposites, both always plays out. So just because you change your core beliefs doesn't mean that nothing bad will ever happen to you again. That's life. because everything plays out at all times. But the more positive beliefs you have in place, the more they will play out positively. And you don't have to do that micromanagement of your thoughts constantly, because beliefs cause stories, and thoughts create emotions. Thoughts always create emotions, not the other way around. Very important to know. Watch lots of Abraham Hicks if you want to. Amy teaches it, I teach it. And I want you to feel all of your emotions, even when you're manifesting, especially when you're manifesting anything. Feel all of them, accept them. Accept that you hate yourself, accept that you hate where you're at in your life, accept everything and everything that isn't, right? And all of your emotions that come up, because you will feel better. That is just releasing resistance. It feels so good. And then you start caring, and when you manifest something properly with the 4-step system that Amy and I teach, I learned it from Amy, then you start feeling better. You start caring less about the 3D and what happens in it, because you already know that you have it. So when you're hung up on your 3D, is usually because you're not doing the steps right, or you have a lot of resistance or attachment or both in place. And that's okay. It's part of the process. There's nothing toxic or bad about it. It just is there for you to work through and learn and grow. All of this, every time we have a desire, it's like a message from the universe saying, hey, you're ready for this desire. It's already been created. You just have to manifest now. And in order to manifest it, you have to get into the vibration of it. That's how I teach it. That's how I believe it to be. And that is the law of attraction. You get into the vibration of it, right? But you're not just over time shifting into the vibration of your manifestation. You are also changing who you are with changing those beliefs and stories you have in place, and by turning them around and releasing resistance, you're becoming a different person, and you will feel better and better. And the way I teach it, in Amy's teachings, you will feel better. Most of my clients feel better within the first session with me. And you can book sessions on www.listentoyourinneryou.com. But I want you to start with your core beliefs. I do, because they will make your life so much easier. You will feel better. You will learn new habits. You will be a new you. I have always gotten everything I wanted, and I tended to lose it or drive it away with the habits and core beliefs I had in place, and it made me miserable. And I had the love of my life with me for a long time. And was I happy? No. I got my manifestation without changing my core beliefs. And the whole time, since day one, I was miserable with him. And it wasn't worth it. So at this point, I would choose any core belief work and feeling better over being with my SP, but I want both. So I'm going to change the core beliefs, which make me feel better, put me in a better vibration, and make me attract things more easily and faster. I will take that, because you know what? When I have my shit in place, things fall into place easier. So I will choose me over anything, because if everyone is me pushed out, which we know it is, then why wouldn't I change me first in order to actually want to attract and get what I want in the 3D? Doesn't that make sense? Core belief work takes a little bit of time. So what? Spend the time on you. Everyone is you pushed out. Again, quick reminder is that if you make yourself a priority, others will make you a priority. If you're constantly making others a priority because you care so much, that is codependency still. And they're not making you priority because you're not making you a priority. Does that make sense? So everything you do for you and what you push out into the universe and your surroundings is what you get back. That's how simple everyone is you pushed out is. But what you put out is what you get back, right? That's a reflection. So make you a priority. Change your core beliefs. Change other beliefs. Work on you and things will come to you. That is true. That is how I have learned it. Anyway, again, I wanted to wish you happy holidays. I wanted to remind you that when we react, it is okay. And we react certain ways because we have certain programming in place. And it all leads back to the certain programming in the subconscious. So start with that instead of just treating the superficial wounds of, I want the manifestation. Go back to the beliefs and change those, and everything else will be so much easier. And I wish you a wonderful Merry Christmas, because I'm Catholic and I celebrate Christmas, but Happy Hanukkah, whatever you're celebrating or not celebrating. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Bye.